good evening, everybody. So, we're here today with the CEO and founder of Naturals, a brand that needs absolutely no introduction, Mr. Kumaravel.
Thank you so much.
Right. So, we're going to give him about 5 questions.
Okay.
Very interesting, carefully thought out, and you should also carefully think out your answers and give us back the best that you can.
Okay.
Right? So we'll start with the first question. It's a bit of a curveball. A lot of people are talking about diversity today, right? There's diversity at the workplace. It's a very hot topic at even one of the companies that you mentioned is one of your inspirations, which is Facebook, right? And one of their CEOs have written a book which says Lean In, which talks a lot about diversity. The female at the workplace, the woman at the workplace, how is that a part of Naturals? And have you had any issues or problems over the years as you've grown?
No, our business is very suitable for women, both from the salon front end to managing and to the back end. 70% of our community is women. And when it comes to the stylist, it is around 70%. When it comes to the franchise holder, more than 80% are women.
Wow.
And so is the back end is around 70% are still women. So we don't have any problem. In fact, it's an advantage for us.
So women are your asset, you can't say.
Yeah, absolutely.
80% of your franchise holders are women. That's very interesting. So
Yeah.
franchise, you are basically creating female entrepreneurs there.
Absolutely, that's
Okay.
one of our very focused opportunity we are looking at. All it started off with Veena becoming a women entrepreneur.
She was a
And
franchise holder.
no, she is the women entrepreneur.
Right.
She only started. In fact, I am the co-founder. She is the person who started this.
Right.
And after that, what we felt is there is so many Veenas available in different homes, as housewives or as women not knowing what to do, wanting a direction, wanting a help, and wanting a guidance, but they were not doing how to go about. And that kind of women is in large number, especially in India. This comes in two portions. One is a group of women who have settled down as a housewife,
Right.
and after some time they suddenly realize that the kids have started going to the school. Hey, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? That is one way of looking at it. Other one is they have just started got married, quickly realized that the world has changed quite a lot. They have taken a break after their working career.
Right.
And they have got married, and suddenly they want to come back. They are not able to go back to work because the workplace has changed a lot. A lot of their juniors, they have to now go and report to them. There is culturally there is more a psychological challenges.
Right.
And they also want to now look at life in a little more balancing type, which is they don't want to work 8 hours or 10 hours. They want to work 6 hours and 4 hours. And for that, the salon franchising becomes very handy.
So how many hours a week do your franchise holders work?
Per salon, if they are having one salon, they will have to work for 4 hours.
Wow.
So some people have got 3 salons.
So that's
and then-
what, 20 hours a week? That's it?
Yeah, 20 hours a week to manage a salon should be good to go.
Wow, wonderful. So you created the systems that enable all of this, right? Are your franchise holders, those women, are they more in the north or south?
It's in the south. Our business, more than out of the 560 odd salons, 500 are in south.
Wow. So it makes you good to feel as a South Indian, more South Indian women are very entrepreneurial, I would say, in that case.
Not really, not really. I think it's our plus point or our mistake that we are in South India at this point of time. If you come and ask the same question after 3 years, I wish I'm able to say the different answer for that.
All right. Thank you. So it's wonderful to see you empowering all these women. It's really fantastic.
It's not
All right.
empowering. People call me women empowerment exponent. I always say I'm a beneficiary of women entrepreneurship.
It's very humbling to know.
It's not humbling. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's
It's a fact that is humbling, I guess. So the next question I'd like to talk about naturals at home. Uh, where is it coming from? Where is it going? Is this the future?
I don't know. Um, we can't predict the future. We need to go ahead and create it.
Right.
Way back in 2000, when we started Naturals, the customers of the India, especially Tamil Nadu and Chennai, what was lacking with them? They had time, they did not have knowledge, they did not have money. Fast forward 15, 16 years. Today, the customer have got knowledge, they have got money, they don't have time. So wherever the customer is, we need to go and service them. Earlier, the customers were coming, to the salon.
Right.
Today the shortage is time, and we are looking at that is going to increase increasingly. More and more people are going to be time pressed. So wherever the customer is, our job is to go and service them, whether it is they are at home, whether they are at the office, whether they are in the mall, whether they are traveling. I think wherever they are, it's our job to go and service them, otherwise somebody else will.
So even when they're traveling, so am I going to think that in the future, as you're taking a flight, you could also get a natural
Why,
treatment?
why not? In the train, we can do that. In the flight, we can. Flight can be a more a long distance flight and more a novelty value.
Right.
Whereas train is an awesome opportunity.
So how is the logistics of that going to happen? You said you're going to have naturals at home on the train.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll set up a complete facility in the train station. That is the central, for instance, can have a natural salon.
Right.
People are waiting there
Right.
to catch the train. That can be one opportunity. And then they board the train like Rajdhani or Shatabdi and things like that. They are sitting there for a long number of time. I think that is another opportunity. If we are given a cabin, we can set up a salon. People can come there. People going from Chennai to Bangalore can get ready during that time because they have time. They don't have know anything to do.
Right. And you can provide and take care of that opportunity.
Absolutely.
How are the costs of naturals at home versus your traditional model?
Traditional model is brick and mortar is always costly because you need to put up each store cost close to 40 to 50 lakh.
Right.
Whereas when we have to put up a home service, within 5 lakh we'll be able to set it up. That's extremely easier. That's what is a new opportunity in front of us.
And for the customer, how costly is it?
Customer is the same price what they are going to pay in the salon, they are going to pay at home.
Wow.
So we are
There's
not
not
going
going
to
to be
charge.
any extra amount.
Yeah, because the infrastructure cost for us is no cost,
Correct.
and whereas the time travel cost is coming. So we are bartering both together and giving the customer the same cost.
But the time cost versus the infrastructural cost doesn't really add up, right? The infrastructural cost will be much more.
Infrastructural cost initially will be much more, but running cost of the time, operationally it is more. So if you put it there equally, and from a customer angle, they feel that if you are given the same price, they are happy.
Right.
When a customer is willing to pay money, you need to take it.
Exactly. So that's the amazing thing about naturals, right? You saw the opportunity and you took advantage of it. And I can see from your thing that you're thinking of every opportunity possible. Anytime there's an opportunity, let's take advantage of it and serve the customer.
Absolutely, those are the two words: take advantage.
So is that a core philosophy here?
Yeah,
That
take advantage is a very important two words for us.
right.
Take advantage of problems, take advantage of competition, take advantage of economic problem, take advantage of customer moving fast. All those things are, if you look at flip that, all challenges, we take advantage. In fact, the natural started off by taking advantage only. We did not know this business,
Right.
for instance. So we took advantage of that. So instead of trying to know the business, we thought what can in the business can be looked in by somebody else so that we can do on the business.
Interesting. So, a couple of spin off questions here. I know I said five, but I'm going to spin off a couple of questions because I think that what you've said makes a lot of sense. The first one, you spoke about operations and infrastructure and things like that. Can I understand your role and your better half's role at this particular company? Are you the operations guy or she the operations person?
She takes care of the HR and the training bit of the business, which is the heart of the business. I take care of the business development and making the customer to walk into the salon. So my job can be how to get more customer walk into the salon, and her job is to ensure the customer is going happy and coming again.
What is the most effective tool that you've found to get the saloon filled with customers?
I think the trial marketing, so gift voucher, I used to stand in front of Pantaloon and distribute gift vouchers and make sure the customers is coming, and 200 rupees free. Come and experience the salon because we have got everything. The infrastructure is created, the manpower is waiting, and if I don't fill the salon, it is going waste.
Correct.
And I used to stand in front and make sure the customer is coming and trying out the product. Once they try the product, they go and tell their people, and the business started
When you
exploding.
say you, as in you individually used to stand?
Yeah, I
Wow.
yes.
So you, the CEO and founder, used to stand in front of pantaloons and give out vouchers.
Yeah, in the beginning there is no CEO, there is no founder. The
Right.
entrepreneur is we have to office boy, you have to play the role of marketing, finance, everything, every role. The entrepreneur plays every role. So there is nothing like.
So today you have 10 people just to
Yeah.
hold the vouchers while you may stand there and take pictures.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Could you, so at that same tone, can you tell us all the list of these kind of, let's say, I would not call them menial, but I can't think of a better word right now. So is there any of these tasks that you'd like to list down which you carried out in the beginning individually, and today you have tens of, hundreds of people to do them for you?
um, Identifying, going and selling was very difficult in the beginning. So which was because this business was considered to be a taboo business.
Why so?
Because beauty salon is not considered to be an industry when we worked. It was only done by barbers or self-employed people or some women who used to do so as a very small one-off activity. It was never considered to be an organized business.
So you literally created this industry in India.
Yeah, I would say that. In fact, my mom also told me that I should not be doing the salon business.
What did you tell her?
I said it's a good business. I see a good opportunity in long run, and she said, okay, if you see like that, then go ahead. But
Did you start this business before or after you got married?
after I got married, after both our kids have started going to school,
Wow. And so, what did you tell your wife when you wanted to start this?
she was only we were selecting between the three options we had, which is the one is the preschool, another is a boutique, and another was a salon. So and we quickly put the pros and cons, and I shortlisted the salon as an opportunity.
So, evaluating businesses is very important, right? A lot of startups today are struggling to evaluate whether their business will actually succeed. And a lot of angel investors struggle to find out whether a startup that they're investing in will actually succeed. What were the factors that you considered while evaluating your three businesses and starting up?
No, we had again three parameters to select. One was I wanted a business which was multinational free competition, because I was coming from a devastating failure, so I did not want to take a business which was big enough. I don't want to fight a multinational.
What was that devastating failure?
I was doing a product called Raga herbal powder before. It was an FMCG product.
Right.
So I sold it off to my brother,
Right.
and I joined Veena in this business. So I did not want a business which was multinational competition, which involves heavy advertisement and things like that.
So that business was a devastating failure because of a multinational.
It is not because of the multinational. It required a lot of muscle power. At that
Right.
point of time, I was not able to put that up front. And second was I wanted a business which was scalable. That was the second option. And third, I wanted that parameter I looked at is that business should be small enough so that Veena is able to manage in phase one. So these were the parameters I looked at, and it was providential that we selected this along.
So would you say that the other two businesses that you evaluated were not matching these criteria?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, interesting. All right, so let's move on to our next question, brand management. So that's very important for startups that want to scale. And today you mentioned that one of the factors that you were evaluating was scale of the business, right? How do you manage brand as we scale? How are the various brands that you manage doing?
No, today the life is changing so fast, and so is the media. In fact, the people in reputed big agencies are not knowing the way in which the customers are changing. The customers, the biggest of the biggest media houses are not knowing how the media is changing. Though
Absolutely.
they want to hold back and tell it is not changing, but the way in which the customers are changing is faster. They
Right.
are consuming the material at different places at different time, and it's amazing. And I think we have come to an age where digital viral video, where there is a will there is a way was the previous quote. Now where there is a will there is a video is
There
the
is a
new one.
video of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's how the market is going. I think whoever is going to understand the social media very well is going to have a large advantage in the future. Traditional media is going to slowly but steadily is falling apart. To build a media today, you require a certain amount mix of traditional and digital media.
Correct.
But you can sustain it only with digital medias, where the traditional media will not be required.
So you're saying at some point of the time in future, naturals will completely give up on traditional media.
I think we are already on that way.
Wow. How far along that route are you? 60%, 50%?
I think we are 80% there. So
Amazing. So many brands in India are not even 40% along that road, and you guys are at 80%. That's
So our
fantastic.
business is also like that. Our business is one business where people want to take pictures. There is a lot of fashion and lifestyle and activity around that social media, which our business is very amenable and very compatible. So it
True.
makes that much easier.
Have you thought of the fact that in this social media age, there are pros and there are also cons? And one of the cons being that brand management is so much more difficult in this particular age.
It is so much more difficult, but the advantage is you can go quickly, make mistake, forget. People are also very forgetting fast. Nobody remembers.
Right.
Okay, you can go there, make one mistake, correct it, and keep moving. You have to do only like that. Otherwise, if you want every signal before taking your car out, if you want all the signals to be green, I think you'll be never
You'll
coming out
never
of your
take your
home.
car
Yeah.
out. Right. But what have you ever made any one of those big mistakes on social media or offline? And have you had to correct it? Have you been in that situation?
Yeah, quite a few times. I think
Can you
the
talk about any one of them? Is it too embarrassing?
no, no. I think the when we launched the Karina Kapoor as a brand ambassador and put her to the South India market,
Right.
we thought we have got a big fish on hand, and we put it to the market only to realize people were asking, "Who is she?"
Who's the wrong fish?
So we are in a wrong market.
Right.
So then when we are evaluating this time of Priyanka or Aishwarya, we felt Priyanka is again we need to introduce her. On one side of the market, she is extremely popular
Right.
world over. When we come to the smaller town and things like that, we are
Nobody knows
yeah,
her.
yeah,
So that was one of the major mistakes that you made,
yeah.
would you say? And how did you correct it?
No, we corrected it by getting the going back to Genelia again.
Right.
So and using her as a continuous product, and wherever a little bit of a Karina is used only for image building, we used her in metros. In the smaller towns, we went back to the Genelias.
So a little bit of Karina, a little bit of Janelia,
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Who was
that's
the
how you made
market?
it work.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So I really like that method of combining things and working with whatever works. I think that's very important for many startups to learn today, right? They always think that you need to have certain XYZ, and if you have it, you can succeed. Has there ever been a point in your startup journey, in your company's journey, when you've thought, if I have that XYZ, I can definitely succeed to a next level?
So we felt that if we had a world-class academy, because one of the challenge we are facing as we scale up the business is the shortage of good quality
Talent.
manpower.
Right.
We call them smile providers because their job is to put smile in the customer's face and to get them on a continuous basis because customer the smile provider walks into a natural salon. The industry has suddenly felt that there is a lot of money in this salon business,
Yes.
and a lot of competition have started coming, and the first thing they do is they come and take my stuff. And
Poach all your staff.
yes, that is the easiest, and that is the also hitting the hardest.
Yeah, I know. Just
So
go and get those smile providers.
absolutely get, and this business is still there. One of my endeavor to is to make this business people agnostic and product agnostic. Ability to identify what is going to win in the future and invest on it today is very important.
Have you ever felt so in this same role of talent? Have you ever felt that you have lost one critical talent to maybe one of your competitors, and were you very depressed about it, or did you just say, "Cha, what a poche," and just move on after that?
Yeah, we keep moving on. Yes, definitely there are quite a few times where we had individually. I wanted to create individual heroes,
Right.
and I had created quite a few. And at a point of time when the business was moving, I was not able to connect with them on an individual basis. These people also needs, and whoever is getting connected, they are started connecting with them. So I felt that maybe in future I should not create individual heroes. I have to create brand heroes.
Brand heroes.
So and that's what the change we are looking at. I was always against getting into agreements and getting into contracts and taking the. Some people even go to the extent of taking their
Certificate.
certificates.
Have you ever had any one of those?
No, we never want to do that, and it's their hard earned effort and let them have it.
But that would be really difficult, right? Like, for example, you have a salon and in which you have all types of employees. Maybe some of them just leave one day.
I think that is part and parcel of the game. The only solution for that is to fill it with enough and more people.
Excess staff.
Yes, it is the only solution for this problem is only creating more and more heroes. You will not be able to hold them. I think there will be once in a while few people will go, and at a point of time it may even be high. The solution is not where I can go and stop that. The solution is whether I can do oversupply, not only to
Oversupply.
us
Right.
and also to the market. And as a leader, that's the responsibility and a mandate to us.
So you've actually turned that whole situation on its head. You're saying, okay, people are poaching talent from me. Let me create more and more talent. And so if they want to poach also, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I've
Yeah, it
become
can
too
be made
big.
into a financially viable business proposition.
Right.
It's an opportunity.
Yes, training.
Yeah.
Right. Fantastic. Okay, so next question. In 2017, so there's a lot of these startups today, and several big companies always say that we're going to do something that we have never done before, right? So if I were to say Naturals in 2017 is going to do something that you have absolutely never ever done before, you may not even have thought of doing it. Is there something like that?
No, it's. I think we are very much expanding in our next area, which is taking the business to international market, introducing professional products.
How is that going? International market.
International market, we are in the process. We haven't started as yet,
Right.
and it's we want to be a little more careful. That's what we want to go do in 2017. If you ask me, it is more as a imagery and as a test pilot we are going to do in 2017, because the bigger opportunity for us is still India.
Right.
India itself is a 20 country opportunity, though we call it as one country. India is a very very difficult geography and a big opportunity, and that's what we want to put our focus and all our effort here. But we also want to do that little bit of a fun or little bit of a icing in the cake is the international market.
Right.
We are not looking at it as a money making or as a serious revenue builder at this point.
But it's a first step to
it's a
something
first
greater.
step. Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
So
So, do
that's
you
something.
see a lot of challenges? What are the challenges that you're evaluating as you think of this going global?
One is what is the new thing we are going to offer to that market, because that market, India, is a different opportunity.
Right.
India is a large unorganized opportunity where we are organizing the business. The business goes in three stages. Unorganized business goes to organized, that is phase one. Second one, the organized business becomes specialized.
That's right.
That is the second phase. And third one is the specialized business becomes personalized. So that three phases of business it is growing. India is still a large unorganized opportunity, and if you are able to do 3,000 salon across the country, it is still we are only at 20, 30, 40% of the opportunity.
Wow.
Still,
So the
it's still a
whole thing
large more.
is going to be about 6,000 salons?
Yeah, we are now looking at 10,000 as a big dream number. So I was
2020?
talking to B.S. Nagesh of Train,
Right.
and I was telling him that I want to do 3,000 salons,
Right.
with a lot of pride, and I was very gung-ho about that. And he said, with 130 crore people in India, if you do anything less than 10,000,
It's not
you
going
are
to be
not
enough.
doing justice to the opportunity.
Right.
I said, wow, maybe that is a number I want to keep it for a long term.
So when is 10,000 coming? Shortly.
2025?
2025, that's only 7 years from now.
Yeah.
Very
so-
possible.
Yeah, very possible. Yes. After some time, it is a hockey stick effect, right?
Right. You have that
Yeah.
geometric progression of growth
Absolutely.
after some time. Fantastic. So in 2017, what we're going to see is the first steps of something massive, which is the international naturals. And the entire country of India, or should I say countries of India, will be covered by naturals in the next 7 years.
Yeah, that definitely. And the at-home model will go national.
Right.
Uh,
Which are the places where you offer at home right now?
We are in Chennai and Coimbatore. These are the two places we are doing. We will be in 10 internet cities we have mapped to enter into the 2017.
Right.
And then launching the academy, world-class academy, we want to put it together. And that is the second one. And third one is introducing professional Indian body shop. Our role model is Anita Roddick of Body Shop.
Right.
And we want to create Indian body shop. When Anita Roddick launched the product, she wanted to provide affordable hair and skin care product using herbal products.
Right.
But today is no longer affordable.
Right. It's in fact the other end of affordable.
Yeah. Today it has gone there. But I feel India, it's a huge opportunity,
Right.
to get into an affordable Indian body shop.
If you had to give this affordable Indian body shop a name, what would you do it?
Naturals.
Oh, it'll be called Naturals Shop.
Yeah, Naturals Pro. It will be available in Natural Salon, right?
Right.
I already have a place where customer is walking in, where
Exactly.
there is no real estate cost, and I am going to place there, and I am going to sell from there, and then online is obviously going to take it over from there.
So it's going to be a complete line of products called
Yeah,
Natural
absolutely.
Pro.
Yeah, yeah,
Wonderful. So that's also something new that we can look forward to from you.
yeah. 2007. Yes.
All right. So let me close up with the last question I have. And again, it's a little bit of a curveball. You're right now, you're about 30 years old.
I wish.
You wish. Your wish is my command in this case. Right. So a little bit over 30, let's say.
Yeah.
If you could go back to yourself when you were 22, right? So it's a long time back, or a few years back, depending on which side you want to look at it. If you could go back to yourself, 22, and you were sitting across the table from yourself, what would you say to you?
I think you are not done well.
What would you say?
You are not done well.
You've not done well.
Yeah.
Wow. So what would it qualify for you to say you have done well?
Done well means should be in multiple genres.
Right?
So today, so far now I am 51.
Right.
Okay, 30 years.
Is that a closely
into the-
guarded company secret?
So 30 years into business, and I'm still in. I have only one genre.
Right.
Today I should be having at least 8 or 10 genres of business.
So you have an insatiable appetite.
Yeah.
Right? So you should be in multiple genres. What else would you tell to your 22-year-old self? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be just about business. Personally, in any way, if you were to meet yourself at 22, what would you say?
I think.
How did you look when you were 22? I'm having a hard time imagining. So how were you? Or should I ask the other person?
Yeah, I think Veena should be the.
Were you married then?
No, I was not married. I was studying in college. So
Right. So how did you look when you were 22? Describe yourself.
I used to be very skinny and lanky.
Right.
Yeah. From small town Kadalur.
Right.
So it's more like that. So that's the kind of more a small town.
So a skinny, small-time boy from Kadlur.
Yeah.
When you see him at 22, what will you tell him?
I think if I can do it, you can do it much more.
So if you can do it, anyone can do it. Or if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So you have told this 22-year-old of yourself, one, you have not done too well. You could have been in multiple genres already. So that was the first thing. The second thing you've said is, if I can do it, you can do it. What's the third thing that you would say to him?
Yeah, go and explore the world.
Right?
World is a large opportunity. Look at it as a shopping center, and make your top 10 lists. And
Would you
go
buy
after
any
it.
startups? The world is your shopping center after all.
World as a shopping center, it need not necessarily be business alone.
Right.
You can look at world as a shopping center and start listing what all you want, and then the world will conspire with you and make it happen.
Wonderful. So with that, we'll wind up this interview. It's a small message from him coming to all of you, all those startups looking in. The world is your shopping center. So if you're 22-year-old, the world is your shopping center. Make a list, go out there and buy it. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. It's been
My
an
pleasure.
absolute fantastic experience.
Thank you.
And thank you very much.